Alright, y'all, so I opened the box and let's see what we got. I don't think I can make this shrink anymore. So this is the headset. Let's see what we got. The instruction guide, extra mic piece, charger. Let's see what else this is, and the headset. So I'll do a little bit more review after I take the headset out of here, and I gotta charge it up tonight, and then I'll let y'all know what I think of the sound quality, and I might compare it. It looks a little more bulky. Yeah, it feels a little more heavier than the one piece Blue Parrot, but we gotta see what the sound quality is like. I know that mic on this thing looks huge to me, but that's the mic, and it doesn't have the cushion on, but I guess you can put the cushion on or you can have it off. But I'll read through it and give y'all some more review and then go over it. Anyway, peace. Y'all see my dirty clothes in the front. Just saying that. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I'm gonna try to do this since it. So I mentioned this. I got a new headset. I decided to do the Planatronics. I'm later going to do a video of a comparison between the Planatronics and the Blue Parrot. I'm going to talk about the Blue Parrot a little bit because that's what I'm used to. But this is the one I've been using for the past couple of days. I got it about 3 days ago. They had a rebate. I'm supposed to get a $30 gift card. I got to register for it. So I got to work on that too. I got a lot to do. The truck's got to go back in the shop when I get back to Lubbock. One of my pedals is making a weird noise, but it, works. It's just, I want them to make sure they check it out, especially before the Blitz. So I think the Blitz is in June or May or one of those. So just want to make sure. And I go to California a lot, so I want to make sure everything's in order. So I'll be on my way to Lubbock. Hopefully, if I can pick this loader tomorrow, I'll be heading to Lubbock tomorrow because I'm only 14 hours from my reset. This is the headset I'm using right now. It's the Planatronics. It's the new one. What I will tell you, let's talk about the don't likes first, and then I'll talk about the likes, because there are far more likes than don't likes. One of the don't likes, but it might be something I'm doing, is with the Blue Parrot, I can click the call button, and it'll like connect to something with Google, and I can then speak in the name of who I want to call, and it will call them. The other thing about the Blue Parrot is if a call comes in, it tells me if that number is listed in my call list. It'll say Jane is calling, Trucker Bill is calling, Jose is calling, the Trucker 411, one of my hosts is calling. It'll tell me like Michael or Savange is calling me because their numbers are already programmed into my phone. I'm not having that happen with this, which may be tied to the voice activation part. I may have to figure that out, and it might be something I need to do with this particular service. With the Blue Parrot, I can't tell you. It kind of auto did it. It just auto connected to once I set the Bluetooth up, it kind of connected itself to the Google, and it just worked. So I'm not sure why this particular headset's not doing that. So I got to research a little bit more on that. I also don't like how thin this little wire is. That bothers me because it comes out and it feels like something that if you pick it up real quick, you might rip it out. And that is obviously connected to the sound for your mic as well as for your listening. Those are kind of some of my pet peeves. I'm going to read from the back of the box some of the features that I know work well, okay? So right now it says the snake boom. I like the boom. It's a little big, but I like it. You do have to make sure that the microphone part is turned where your mouth is. Otherwise, I've had a couple people tell me they didn't hear me because, let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. So, as you see, that's the back. That's the mic part, this big part right here. If that is turned away, then they can't hear you as well. That's one thing. So, the thing is that because I'm putting this cushion on, because I'm putting the wind guard on, if you have to press in to actually feel where your microphone part is. And you can feel it, but you have to press in and feel it and know whether that's in towards your mouth area, right? Um, Over the head, so like this right here, I have to make sure that's turned towards my mouth. Otherwise, if it's turned any other way, they don't hear you good. Um, it looks bulky. It does look bulky, but it's comfortable. And what I will tell you is it has an old school look and feel, but I like it. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Um, so my dislike is only the red thing. The other dislike is that they didn't give me an extra cushion. This is the only cushion, and it was not on there. I had to put it on there. They didn't. To me, they should have had one on it, and then you should have the other one as an extra. Something that Blue Parrot does. They have extra cushion stuff. This is your call button to answer your calls. This is how you turn it on and off, and also pair. Yes, he's talking to me now. I don't know if y'all can see that. These are your plus and minus. This is also your fast forward and reverse. So plus being to increase volume and minus to decrease volume. And again, I don't know if y'all saw underneath. This right here is your off and on button. So if you can turn it off or on. There's a little light there. Now, one thing I noticed, and maybe I just didn't notice it, but I let it sit for 24 hours for the charge. What I noticed about it is that it didn't, like with my Blue Parrot, once it's charged, it goes blue on the light. I didn't see that with this. It just didn't. There was no light to indicate that it had been fully charged. Again, I'll research it. didn't notice that it did that, and I let it sit for, I think it was about 24 hours before I actually even used it. It did come charged, so it was usable. Here, the big red button on the back, that's your mute button. I have not tested it yet. But that's the mute button. Let's see, is there anything else I need to... Oh, here's your charging port. Charging port? Underneath. And obviously this thing's going to eventually probably come off. What I like about it in comparison is this part right here. I guess it is a type of plastic. Is it plastic? I think it's a type of plastic or metal or something. Well, anyway, they tell you if you want it to tighten, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to like make it cross itself to force to tighten itself. I'm okay with that. Also, to adjust it closer, if you want to adjust your headset, you only have this side to adjust. I also like the fact you can turn it this way. Okay, in my stereo Bluetooth for my Blue Parrot, you can only use it one side of your ear and turn it one way. What I would like to see, because the sounds good, I played like some YouTube videos through it. What I would like to do is have a stereo version of this. It's made up like this is like an old school style, like the old school stereophonic headphones. And we've gone back to that now with the Beats. You see the football players stuff with the Beat headsets, and they wear the kind of a similar. It's a little more streamlined than the old school, but it is old school style to have this type of headset. But this is puffy like that, like all the cushions, and that's one thing I do like. When I'm riding down the road, it's comfortable. The Blue Parrot was not as comfortable as this one is. It just has a lot more cushion to it. The original Blue Parrot that I had was not as comfortable. Well, it wasn't as bad because it was very light, but it was a better headset than the newer Blue Parrots. It lasted longer. But I like this. It has that cushion over here. I love that. All that I love. Sound quality, excellent. It picks up a lot of sound because I was talking to, I think Nikki had rolled her window down today, and I'm talking to myself, oh my God, I had to keep the volume down. Bill was doing something, I had to kick the volume down. I think I was talking to Jose and something. It was kind of like, I was like, oh, I got to kick the volume down. So the volume on it is really good. The list of things that it does do: snake boom microphone with optional windsock, which I told you about that. Precision tune mic with DSP for superior noise cancellation. When I talk to people, they haven't mentioned any noise. I've been outside the truck, inside the truck. Up to 24 hours of wireless talk time. I think that's amazing. Up to 40 days of standby. As I just said, I have not charged this headset for going on 3 days now. Okay. I charged it when I first got it. I haven't charged it since. Sweat-proof protection by PTI Nano Coating, Class 1 Bluetooth 4.1 EDR1. Up to 20 meters or 60 feet wireless range. It says it has a multi-point technology, so it probably can be, usually means it can be connected to several devices, I believe is what that means. Advanced audio distribution profile, they talk about that, but it's only one ear, so. Wideband high definition voice, I can tell you that's true. 40 millimeter drivers, that's nice. NFC pairing. And the pairing was real easy. Once you turn it on, it actually goes into pairing mode, and all you have to do is hit your search on your device that you want to pair it to, and bam, you just connect to it and it's done. Status alerts in English, Spanish, or French. That is true, because when I started it for the first time, it actually spoke in all 3 languages, telling me whatever I was supposed to be doing. Micro USB charging point, 2.5 hours for a full charge, a weight of 180 grams, and a battery status meter for iPhone, iPad, and Android. I didn't notice that. I have to look and see if I noticed that. I don't remember noticing that battery charging meter. I know that with my Blue Parrot, it'll tell me, with the stereo one, it tells me medium, high, medium. That means that when your battery's starting to go low. So I don't know, unless it means that it's going to cut off. I don't know. I haven't had that part. I haven't experienced that part. I like it. I mean, I don't have any qualms. The other one I want to eventually get is I want to get the Rand McNally one. I haven't done that one yet, but it's pricey. It's like $200, and I've been waiting for Loves to have a sale on it, or even for me to have my points up to knock it down to under $150. But this one's under $150, and so I decided to get it because my single earpiece has bit the dust, and I had a replacement, but accidentally I think that fell into the trash can. So the only one I have it's biting the dust. It's losing connection a lot. The only one, sorry, twisted my leg up. The only one that actually is working well was a stereo one. So, and then what I end up doing is a stereo one, I have the headset up here and the earphone over here. So it's kind of odd. I do like using it, but you can't, I think there's some rules against using both headsets on both ears driving the truck. And I wouldn't do that anyway because I have to hear. So I usually have the headphone up here, and then the other one is on the side. But this one I like. The only thing I don't like is this thing right here. I wish they would have gotten some way to maybe a thicker protection on it, and also maybe had it, and I understand why they're doing it, because you slide this part up and down, so it needs to be adjustable, but I think they needed a thicker protection around it. That's what I really feel. Or I don't know if they could hide it in, I don't know. But anyway, just a thicker lining on it, and some way of either, I don't know if you have like some kind of strap or whatever, in order to, once you get your earpiece adjusted where you want it, then that you could, because you have to do that and then it comes out. That's kind of irritating, and it doesn't really bother my head, but that's the only thing I find irritating. Other than that, sound quality and the comfort level is good. It is bulky though, that's the only thing, but I really don't care what people think. So, oh, that's a bulky ass headset. I don't really care about that. Sound quality is good. People can hear you. You just got to make sure your mic is turned where they can hear you. Do I recommend it? Yeah, right now, I mean, I haven't had any major issues with it. I can tell. And I think I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, there is metal. It's metal, and this has a rubber coating. So it is metal, because you can see the metal right there. And that's underneath this rubber coating. So that's another thing. I think it's very well made. That much I give it. It's got some heft to it. That's why I think it's heavier and more bulky, because it's well made. A lot better than the newer Blue, or the newest Blue Parrot I have. I don't have they have a brand new one I haven't messed with yet. But other than that, good deal. I'm probably going to do a live here in a minute. At least I'm going to attempt a live. And then after that, I'm taking my black butt to bed. My truck is a hot mess right now. And my truck is a hot mess. But anyway, I'm putting this video up right now. God bless you. This is a review. Of the Planatronics Voyager 104 all-day comfort. And as far as me, I like it. I think it's a good headset. I like it. And then I'll probably do a small review of my CB radio. I haven't even connected it. Y'all, I've been busy. They gave me a load out of, I must be doing good. They gave me a load out of California to come over here to Wisconsin, and I hauled butt. It's different. I'm going to say this. It's different driving a truck that's in good shape. It's then a piece of crap like I had at my starter company. Sorry about that. I'm just keeping it real. And one of the viewers and even my old driver manager from that company should tell you I complained about the fact the truck pulled to the right. They wouldn't fix it. They did a half-ass fix at Europa, and then one of the groups told me, he said, "Well, if the other two ain't fixed it, I don't want to mess with it." So yeah, it's depressing. But um, other than that, and this Pineco Travel Center that I'm at had an excellent shower, very clean. Had a little bit of mildew in the cracks of the shower, but overall it was cleaner than any of the major big boys, other than some of the newer Loves. It was pretty damn clean, and the customer service is excellent. Restaurant is superb. Their bakery is on hit. You'll see the Yum Yum video I did. They're off of I-94. I think it's exit 297. Um, and they got plenty of truck parking back here. I don't know how many trucks they can fit. You can pull them up on Trucker Path. And you can also park in the front. Had I known about the front, I would have parked in the front. And I would have probably done a small load of laundry. But I'm in the back, and I was like, well, kind of back. I'm in the front of the back, which means I'm facing the restaurant's right up here. Let me show y'all. Okay, I'll just turn it around so y'all can see. The restaurant is right in front of me. That's the restaurant. And in front of that restaurant, in front of the restaurant is the Travel Plaza. So you have to walk up a little ways and then turn. But I think they have 4 or 5 showers. They only have one. They have 2 washers, 2 dryers, but one of them is dedicated for their towels and their cleaning supplies. So they only have 1 washer and dryer available to truckers, but they do have it. It's Wisconsin, so obviously cheese and sausages available there. They didn't have a lot of sausages in there, so I'm sure they've got enough travelers coming through here. Because even what I also noticed was there was a Greyhound bus right here. So I'm sure, I don't know if it's a Greyhound pickup place or if this is where they just let them come out, go to the bathroom, grab something to eat, and get back on the bus. So it could be something like that as well. But I did see Greyhound over to the right. And yeah, I see some of that. Y'all can see I'm tired, and I can tell my eyes are tired. The charter buses. So when I get back home, I got to turn the truck in for them to look at something, which I'm hoping it's an easy fix. It shouldn't be anything big. And then I'll get a little bit of rest. I'm gonna get me some sushi, a Kobe beef steak, because I'm gonna try the Kobe beef. They have a hot pot place in Lubbock I'll be trying. Yeah, and if I see how I'm doing, I might do a movie. If anything not as good. If ain't nothing out good, I won't worry about it. Anyway, or I'm gonna rent a movie because I want to see Aquaman, so I might rent that. And watch it with Grumpy. If Grumpy wants to watch it. If he don't, I can watch it on my laptop while you're bulling. But I get my AT&T all booted back up. And I was going to get the iPhone this pay period, but this trip that I'm on, I was going to try to get on this pay period. Unfortunately, they had to reschedule it a day out because I was held up because the final stop didn't get me loaded until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And I was supposed to be up here yesterday at 7 a.m., and that was not going to happen. I got here yesterday in the evening, but I was no in hell leaving out at 2, 3 o'clock getting finished lumped at 2, 3, or loaded at 2, 3, and then having to finish off my sleeper berth. I was going to get up here by XYZ time. That was not going to happen. So I got here that day, but just later in the evening, and they rescheduled me to this morning, and my load has to be in the overnight box on the 23rd to get there by today. And that obviously is not going to happen because today is today. But it'll be on the next check. So by the next check, which is going to be, what's the next check? My next check will be the 13th of next month. I'm going to go ahead and, I'll go ahead and get the Bluetooth, y'all know what I'm saying, the iPhone. And then I'm also going to be looking up setting up a separate service as well. So I got a lot to do. But AT&T set everything back up. They waived the activation account, all that stuff. Set it up with no deposit. They shouldn't be. I pay for my phone, so my phone is purchased. And I've had the service before. And like I said, I was an excellent customer. I had the service for years. And I'm going to get on the paid play plan, but I don't think I'm going to do the payment plan for the phone. I have to see, but yeah, because I'm going to get in, and as long as the Galaxy Note works, I'll use that for a little bit and then switch everything over. And then when I get back into Lubbock again, I'll stop at an AT&T store and pick up the new iPhone 8 Plus. I don't want the brand new one. I want the one with the finger scanning. Anyway, y'all, be blessed. I'm going to do a live here, hopefully in a minute. If we can get a good live stream, I'll go ahead and do a live. If not, I'll just end it and we'll wait till I get back to Lubbock to get the AT&T going. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2, be blessed, be safe. I want to thank again all the new subscribers. I've got more stuff coming. I need one more video. I'm going to talk about the gentleman who was shot and killed in Texas. And he's not African American, but he was a minority. He was from another, I think he's from another country, or of obviously a different ethnic background. He wasn't white. And I think the man who killed him looked to be Latino. I'll get more details on that a little bit later, and we'll talk about that. I don't know if I'll do that today or tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, 2 and 2, be blessed. All right, I'm in a place called Pinecone Travel Plaza, and they have truck parking, as you can see behind me. So they have truck parking, very cute. It's got the old knotty pine, ceiling is pine. Classic little restaurant, beautiful, good service, the food is good. I got a T-bone, and if you see these, I asked for 2 to go. Those are rolls in a bag. And a baked potato. So I got the T-bone, I had salad and soup. We'll talk about it more, but it's actually really, really good. So you guys can see. Okay, this is their bakery. Y'all can see how huge. The cows are cute. I think I'm getting a cow. And then they have the other one. It's huge. And they even have more desserts down at the end. Turtle brownies on top. Those are the rolls. I got some rolls to go. The rolls are phenomenal. So, I might have another bag just to take back to Arizona. Cookies down there. And I'm going to get a lemon bar because I like lemon bars. Anyway, just letting you guys see it.
Brownie.